Aloha, everyone, and welcome to the Daily Pigeon, coming to you live from Hawaii. My name's Andy Bumatai, and I'll be your host. It's the best we could do. Anyway, here we talk about all things Hawaii, and we don't talk politics. There are enough places on the internet where you can go and talk to people whose ideology is a brain tattoo. Here, we're about bringing us together, not what separates us, okay? And we show Hawaii news clips, purposely avoiding the if it bleeds, it leads mentality. That said, let's take a look at the headlines of today's show, okay? So, here we go. People on the north shore of Oahu have been protesting a state approved tourist attraction because it will attract tourists. And a popular beach on the west side will be closed for a week with plans to remove unsightly debris and unsightly people. Okay? There will also, we'll take a look at a spectacular volcano video shot on the Big Island. Oh, excuse me, Hawaii Island. And warning, the police will be using drones to find those using illegal fireworks. We have a clip. Then we'll take a look at why a longtime golf store in downtown Honolulu is closing. But before we do that, let's take a look at the big board and say aloha to a few people. Okay, hold on. Let me make the switch here and click. There we go. Mad Statter, thank you so much for the raid. Appreciate it. There we go. Let's say hi to some people coming in. And yeah, there we go. Mad Statter raiding. Thanks. Let me back up the chat here a little bit so I can say hi. How's it to as many people as I can. And there's Aloha Nani coming in. Nani Aloha is a moderator and an associate producer. Rick S., another moderationizer. Thanks for being here. E.T. Guerrero, aloha. Steve Diego, showing face. There's Mama Sean. Happy Wednesday. Another moderator. Wow, that's 3 so far. Devin, mahalo for being here. And there's Jack Stanton. Aloha, Andy, and the gang. And Rick is saying hi to Devin. Oh, that happens a lot. People saying aloha to each other. If I can click it properly. Aloha, Nani. Rick, look at all the people saying hi. Hi, Darlene. Thank you for being here. Sam Bittner. There's Michael Anthony Smith. Mariana, how's it? Panel writes things, and we mentioned Mad Statter rating, and by the way, we'd have to congratulate her on her 4th year as a podcaster with Chatter with Statter. Well, hopefully, we'll talk a little more about that in a bit. Started here as somebody who was doing things like Terry in Scotland, just showing face. And guess what? She moved on to start her own show, and now she's in her 4th year. Pokoleti, Hazi Gengi from Pokoleti. Raid. Yes, Michael Anthony Smith. I didn't know she did her, well, I shouldn't talk about what I don't know because that would be a long conversation. Aloha no kako, we come raiding, and I appreciate that. No comment. Look at that line right there. See that line? That's no comment. I know. Oh, look, Nani jumped over to the YouTube side. If you look at the avatars in the bottom left-hand corner, you can tell what platform they're on. Like, take, for instance, here's no comment. You can tell he's on Twitch right there. John J. Stephenson, what is that, 4th? I went to public school. The Roman numerals throw me off big time. Mad Statter brought me here. You can blame her once you've spent some time here. I promise you, you most likely will. Steve Danielson, mahalo nui loa, waianai boy, right there, my high school buddy. And here's Hawaii Elite, aloha from Aiea Heights. Ooh, sorry. Yeah, I know. There we go. Okay. Oh, no, I got to say hi to Nelson. Haven't seen him in a while. Nelson Fujiwara. Aloha from Houston, Texas. Yeah. Hey, Brian, showing face, looking off to the side in his cool sunglasses. That's the way to do it. Charles K., everyone together. How's it, Charles? You're doing good. And I'm on the wrong side of my hand, but I don't like bang my microphone. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. And let's take a look at our first clip. Okay, and I gotta tell you, hold on, wait a minute. If I seem slightly off, it's because dumb head adjusted the colors on all my monitors so they looked very different. So it's hard for me to see some things, and I didn't have time to change it back because I forgot how I did it, right? So um, let's talk about the what we have for you today. I know. Okay. Where am I? I'm right to toot toot toot. Okay. So our first news story takes us to the famous North Shore. Okay, known for some of the best surf in the world, a laid back lifestyle, and a bunch of people who want to keep it that way. I know. So let's watch.
A proposed tourist attraction on Oahu's North Shore is facing mounting opposition. Today, dozens protested plans for a gondola spanning a portion of Mount Kaala. Ben Gutierrez has more.
The movement to Malama Mount Kaala has been gaining momentum for years.
It is our kultura to malama that space.
A space considered sacred in Hawaiian tradition.
Kaala is the highest point on Oahu. Kaala is the home, the pu'uhonua for so many endangered species. Kaala is the place where our oral narratives in Hawaiian culture. This is where our deities live.
The mountain's cultural significance is the main reason many are against a proposal to build a gondola there.
I guess that was an ancient rock wall or what was left of it there. And imagine that compared to this. This is the artist's rendering of what they'd like to do.
We don't need any more tourist attractions.
Just the wrong project in the wrong place.
The project, called Kamananui, would include cable cars for sightseeing, with hopes to draw about 1,700 visitors a day. Critics say it would bring an influx of vehicles to Kaukonahua Road.
The traffic, this is the most dangerous road on Oahu, and putting a tourist attraction right here at this bend in the road on this steep, dangerous road is a bad idea.
We cannot handle that much traffic and that much in our community. We're already overrun as it is.
Several at the protest have been against the project since 2019, when the city approved its conditional use permit. The Department of Permitting and Planning still required that at least half of the site's 2,300 acres still be used for agriculture.
This basically is people coming in, misusing our agricultural lands to create profits.
And for me as a lawmaker, this is a real indication that our laws are not strong enough. Because if this can be within the letter of the law, then clearly there's something wrong with our laws.
Kaukonahua Ranch would operate the tramway. It says in response to community feedback, it has significantly reduced the scale of the project, such as proposing to build one zip line instead of two. It also says the project will create more local jobs and community partnerships.
Yeah, right.
Ranch General Manager Mark Skip Taylor said in a statement, "We continue to focus on enhancing our cattle ranching and crop growing operations, the reforestation of native trees, and creating an agricultural-based model that is in keeping with rural qualities, unique country feeling, and agricultural history of the North Shore." The project has been marketed as an agricultural tour.
Stop. I got to tell you something. I got to go back and comment on that. Oh, come on, Miles. Okay, look at this here first, and let me get out of the way. Okay, look at this. We continue to focus on enhancing the cattle ranching and crop growing operations. If this wasn't written by ChatGPT, I don't know what was. I mean, look at this thing. You see, and this to me is the root problem of their, of how detached they are from what's really going on. Maybe not just in the North Shore, but in general, because anybody that would put out that statement, anybody else feel like that was written by ChatGPT, or am I just overreacting? Which is possible.
Cultural-based model that is in keeping with rural qualities, unique country feeling, and agricultural history of the North Shore. The project has been marketed as an agricultural tour with educational opportunities for guests. Critics aren't convinced.
In Oahu, we have a lot of agri-washing, so these projects are really about tourism, and we need to not only hold those developers accountable for that agri-washing, but then really stop those kinds of developments because we need that land for food sovereignty.
Hundreds expressed disapproval of the project at a meeting a few weeks ago. Another meeting is scheduled for July 30th at Lelehua High School. Ben Gutierrez, Hawaii News Now.
Oop. Hold on. I lost my button. I was reading comments. Yeah, I know. So look at this here. Let's go to the big board here because I want no comments. Comment. Wrote it before you said it. Exactly. Chat GPT to the max. Look at this here. And Jax thinks the same thing. GPT. No, no way a human wrote that. And Mama Sean, big old word salad. Yeah. Now, and so folks, it's agricultural land, and how they get away with using it for commercial is 50% of it needs to be maintained as agriculture. That's why that business of we're going to reforestate, we're going to plant plants and grow, so there'll be 2 cows and a tree, and then that'll justify. Stop it. Anyway, I'm all for. Okay, I got a good idea since I'm obviously kind of excited about this. Would you go visit that tourist attraction? Because there are a lot of people that would say, "Hey, I'm in Hawaii for a week. I don't care about the impact of the traffic on that neighborhood. I want to get a iPhone shot of me going down that gondola in that beautiful view." What do you think about it? Let's talk about it for a while here because I don't know, man. Cool. Cisco Julian, wow, that news clip got all the correct words and language. More jobs. Wow, no Pidgin kind talk for our locals. Yeah, exactly. Jet and chat. You know what it is. AI chat is capable of doing things in Pidgin because I remember somebody did that. Hey, let's check it out and try it out. I know. Yeah. Chat GPT. There we go. And Jack tried to help me out. I or J or whatever that is. Nope. Yeah, because you're there a lot, Darlene. That's where you stay when you come to Hawaii. Nope, nope. More likely than no. What? Nope. More than likely. No, don't visit that stuff. Exactly. A selfie's going down the zip line. You need to. You can't get off of that. We cut it down to only one. I know. Ooh. Because says nothing says being dedicated to land and local people than clearing land and putting up some generic tourist trap that will just increase traffic. There you go, Lone Paniolo. I know. GPT Pidgin. Yeah, who did that? I used to. A newscaster used to have a podcast here. He did it on his show. Yeah, how's it, Miles? How are you? I prefer natural attractions. Yeah, there you go. Did I click miles well enough. Let's make sure. There we go. How's it? I'm in Paris, France. 3:45 a.m. here. What? Wow, you world traveler. Normally he's on the East Coast, so he found a way to make himself even more tired. Tourists have no idea their impact on the neighborhood. Locals may not even know if they're not from around here. Oh, around there. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Yeah. Uh, here, Pigeon Siri. Yeah. Augie Toba did a whole pigeon, Siri in pigeon, and then what's her name? Copied it. What was her name? I can't remember that. Anyway, passion. Yeah. Just now, hold on. Just like how Malahinis buy big lots of for their beautiful houses, zoning, ag zoning. Yeah, but if a local person did that, built a house, and grew a few things, that's cool. But that's very different than bringing in 1,000 tourists a day. Did you hear that prediction? Gee, no, if I coming back to visit on the island paradise, I'm gonna enjoy the island beaches. Yeah. And then you have to worry about being in somebody's selfie from the zip line. Somebody with a long camera, evidently. How's it, Nani? Getting ready for my big move to the new house in Kingman, Arizona. Yes, Cisco Julian needed a bigger house to house his 10 motorcycles or something. I know. Ooh, I love Passion. She's funny. Yes. hmm but my point was that Augie did the Pigeon Siri first, I guess was what I'm trying to say. My mind is going crazy here. Whew, you're 1 hour ahead of me, Miles. Oh, look at that. Oh, aloha, pahea oi. Oh, my kaino today. Ai ki iala. She's, how are you? And I say, I'm fine today. There we go. Okay. Who? More than 1,000. They said something like 1,700 a day. What? Man, 1,700 a day. You know that one spot that is just choke traffic because of all the tourists that just want to look at the turtles there? Where is it? Laniakea or is it Pupukea? I get my kales mixed up. Anyway, yeah, imagine adding 1,700 more people to that. I know. Well, Michael Anthony Smith has 5 votes. Let's see what they are. Okay, got it. Mahalo for this. Just happened upon this line. Never know about this. Well, thank you for being here, Lisa. We do this and all kinds of other stuff, but I'm kind of locked onto this. Do we need a tourist attraction thing? Okay, right. Okay, so now we'll be. Oh yeah, we have a sponsor. I have to take a break for our sponsor, Lisa. Please hang out. I want you to know who sponsors the Daily Pigeon Live.
How's it? My name is Nui Kakio, and I'm in Stockman store just for local people called Stink Food. That's right, gang. All that kind of stink food you ain't grow up loving for grind in one convenient location. That's right, we get the kind kimchi, hamha, bagaon, and the largest selection of natto in the state. And party season coming up, you gonna have plenty left over. And how you gonna make chook without that kind salt turnip? And remember, gang, with every order over $100, you gonna get the free yard sign that says, "Hey, look on 911, I stay cooking stink food." So, come to our convenient location, 95212 Ononui Street in beautiful Hanakaukau, Hawaii. And remember, if the neighbors no can smell 'em, we no sell 'em. Mahalo.
Hey gangies, it's Pokoleti. This is my happy place. Supercheria. Of course, my happy time is every morning with Andy and the Hamajangers on the Daily Pidgin Live.
Mahalo pokoliti. Okay, so this next clip is a little sad because it's about moving people off a beach who are there because they have nowhere else to go. Kind of rough, this one.
Preparing to close a beach park in West Oahu for 1 week to clear out homeless campers.
It's the last step in a long effort to get people to relocate. As our Eddie Dowd reports, those who are left could lose their belongings.
Nanakuli residents are used to people living on the beach.
It's kind of like a eyesore, I guess.
But in the last week of April, this 1.2-mile stretch of Ulehava Beach Park will be cleared of the homeless camps.
So I've known these people for 2 years, all of them.
Councilmember Andrea Topola says she requested the cleanup after 2 years of outreach.
Look at this.
In that time, the community reduced the number of illegal campers from about 150 to 15. She believes the temporary beach closure is the final step to restore the beach for the community, and adds they've had fair warning.
I feel like we tell them ongoing.
Okay.
Because we told them since January. It's nothing new.
These fishermen like the idea of a cleaner beach, but say they can't remember a time it was closed for an entire week.
Prime time for fishing, and we want to be able to come back because this is kind of our home zone, we call it. We got to try and find somewhere new to go.
The Parks Department says the service provider Kealoho West Oahu is working to help the displaced campers, but those who refuse could lose any belongings left behind.
They're just going to move to where they can for now, and then right when they open it back up, I feel like they're just going to come back.
Something a woman named Naomi says she's already planning to do by moving to the beach down the road. The closure starts on April 24th at 10 p.m. Once the camps are cleared, city crews will conduct cleaning and park maintenance before reopening May 1st at 5 a.m. Eddie Dowd, Hawaii News Now.
Oh, that's so sad. You know, I've mentioned this story before here, but I was homeless for a short period of time. You know, the difference is I was a junior in high school at the time. You know, no, I'm serious. And I remember asking an older friend of mine, you know, hey, my dad kicked me out of the house, you know, and I stay living on a beach. What should I do? You know, and my friend, you know, an adult said, okay, 2 things you got to do. Okay. Number 2, find one job. You got to have some money. Okay. Do that second. But the first thing you got to do is find some deodorant. Okay. I know, exactly. So, what do you think about what's going on over there? Okay, let's go to the big board and figure out. Oh, wait, where were they? Oh, yeah. Figure out who thinks, you know, clearing people out when they have absolutely no place to go. Andy, Kenny Roberts in the house. Oh, did I miss Kenny? I'm sorry. Yeah. Hey, Kenny Roberts. Half of Eluacani with Kavika Ortez on Maui, gigging somewhere, I'm sure. Oh, and there's Brother Sam. Did I say hi to Brother Sam? Who? So, yeah. So, here's Kenny right here. Andy, Hamajang Gang. Aloha Wednesday. How's your gigs going, brother? Let us know if you got anything. No shame, pimp them out. You know, we all need him. I scored a gig on a Thursday night. The timing was just right. Hot shot. I know. I love that line in that song. Kenny donates music to us. Okay. And Brian says, so what? Go to the ocean. Now I know. And that lady said it, you know, she goes, she's already prepared to move down. And what's going to happen when they're all clean? Boom, she'll be back. But there was 150 people on that beach. I remember driving through there. You know, that's where I grew up. And, you know, recently 150, they got it down to 15, but they like them be 0. I know. Ooh, I used to surf there in the 70s, 80s, never have homeless camps. I know. You was the only homeless one, right? camp there overnight so you can catch the dawn patrol. Remember doing that? Oh yeah. Drink at night. Okay, we'll go sleep. Get up. I know. Oh, Internet Surfer 3000. Mabuhay, Mr. Bumatai. Aloha no. And John says, normally the deodorant comes before the job. Only in no. I said number 2, get a job. But before you do that, number 1, find some deodorant. I'm sorry. Maybe you're dyslexic like me because I did that purposely because I want the deodorant to be the punchline. Sorry, stand-up comic. Oh, by the way, speaking of stand-up comedy, hold on, let me take a break from this. But I want to talk more about homelessness, okay? So and what you think they're doing is right or not. But guess what, gang? Here we go. Ice House Comedy Club. I'll be there on July 12th with Kamaka Brown. We just found out it's sold out. Okay. I apologize for anybody who went, what? Because we're only doing one show. I got to fly back the very next day. So, again, this is the Ice House in Pasadena, California. Yeah. And which makes me feel great because I had to cancel a date in Vegas because not one ticket was sold. That's 11. One ticket was sold. Yeah, and evidently local Vegas people don't like to go right down into the armpit of Las Vegas, in that one area where it's all tourists cruising that big mall and talking about zip lines. That's where the club was. I've never been there. Somebody booked me in there, and I went, really? You think so? And the guy goes, oh, there's lots of tourists. But anyway, Pasadena sold out. Yay! Sorry for all the people who didn't buy tickets. Okay, let's go back to homelessness and what they should. Oh, hey, Kenny Roberts is at Nalu's tonight with Kavika. You got to catch them both right there. That's such a good show. Those two guys, Eluakani, which means two guys. Yeah, I know. If they were in Mexico, they'd be dos hombres. Hey, Bill, how are you? There we go. Aloha, my brother Andy. How you? What's up? I was just on Hazmat's site. Hazmat is the name of another one of our biker friends. Everybody has a biker name. He has some great content. If I don't know if you're checking him out, Bill. Remember his son? Yeah, as big as Mike now. I know, amazing. Whoo, Kenny Roberts, hello. Thanks, Airbnb. What a nice thought. Whew. Smells like a German airport, body odor and cabbage. Oh, that park was packed with tents for a long time. Exactly. And 150 people were up and down that thing. And it's not like they're just tenting and squat. They had solar and jacuzzis, washers and dryers. They were tapped into the electric poles and, had pool tables. It got crazy, man. Oh, yeah. Or like Japan Airport, body odor and curry. Oh, you got all the smells down, don't you, Brother Sam? Whoa, crazy that venue matters that much. Yeah. Oh no, crazy that venue matters that much. It does. It's all. And again, I've never been to that club, but it's run by not a good friend, but a guy who was a good friend back in the Jurassic when I was working the Comedy and Magic Club a lot, and he was the resident MC there, Don Bonhart. Great guy, funny kid. I call him kid because he's younger than me, but really a nice man. And he started that club in Vegas. So I kind of wanted to support him, but not with empty seats. He wouldn't like that. Fremont Street. Thank you, Kenny. I appreciate it. There was my brain trying to survive. Okay. I know. Oh, Andy, how's your new motorcycle? Looks like a Triumph. Yeah, it's a Triumph T100. I got a 2008, the last year of the carbureted models, because I didn't want to deal with fuel injection and a fuel pump in the tank and sensors, ABS, and all that other stuff. Me, I like fix stuff when the bugger broke, and way easier. Oh, more focus on solving the homeless issue. Meeting the needs of local community should come before corporate profits and tourism. Well said. You're hired. Yeah, you're going to run for office? No comment. Should have used magic to make a crowd appear. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, yeah. Well, I worked the Comedy and Magic Club in Hermosa Beach, California, 25, 30 years ago, easy. That's where he is in, his club is in Vegas. But I made the connection, even though it took me longer than it would take most people. Oh, I used to watch Rosie O'Donnell host the Ice Palace on cable channel. I was addicted to those shows because I needed to laugh. Yeah, I know. Rosie, she became a very good friend of mine. We haven't seen each other in years, and she, of course, moved out of the country. But when we were working the Comedy Store and, different clubs, she was a road monster with me. In fact, when she did one of her what do they call those cable specials? I don't know. I forget what it was. She asked me to be on it, and I was, and yeah, I know. She said, I'll never forget the introduction. She goes, "This guy's a very good friend of mine. I know you hear a lot of people say that, but he actually is." Andy, at the Pasadena Ice House now, a judge on America's Got Talent in Pasadena in the future. What does that mean? Okay, let's try to read that again in San Diego. Andy, at the Pasadena House now, a judge on America's Got Talent in Pasadena. Oh, you're saying one of the people who it was on a judge is going. Oh, are you kidding? They get people from all over. The Ice House has been around forever. I'm serious. It's one of the OG comedy clubs, and before that, people don't know this, Michael. You'll be interested in this. The Ice House was a folk club because there was a time across America where folk clubs were as popular as comedy clubs, but when they started to fade, the Ice House transitioned into a comedy club. And of course, before folk club, it was an actual ice house. They made ice, and people with horse and carriage delivered blocks of ice to people. That's how they got their name. Anyway, I love Rosie. Yes, she is good. Ice House is how I discovered Fluffy. Yeah, a lot of guys started, in all kinds of places. Choo. One homeless lady shouted at her invisible frenny is living in the floor of my apartment. She doesn't shout, but looks angry still. Yeah. Daryl Bonilla does a funny bit about that. He goes, "You always notice that homeless people, all their pretend friends, really mean, yeah?" Aloha off the hook. Right there, off the hook, showing face, saying hi to brother Sam. There we go. Oh, Edsel David Tyree. Aloha. And where's Dave? Dave, I didn't see you. I didn't see you. Oh, there he is. Hey. Halsey Tyree. He and I did a lot of shows together in Vegas and all over the place. But Dave Tyree, I don't know. When did you add Edsel? That's funny. And he was here in Hawaii recently, and we just missed each other. We tried, right? Couple texts, but then traffic, and you took a wrong turn and ended up in Port Lock or wherever it was. Dave Tyree. I could tell you stories. Good, fun stuff. Okay, I'll tell you one story. Dave, you got to back me up on this. Hold on. Real quick. Okay. Dave, right? He was in Hawaii, right? And I was shooting a comedy special where I was dressed like a black guy. I did blackface and the full professional makeup with the big afro, kind of like, Sly and the Family Stone style thing for this bit that I was doing for a television show. So right in the middle of it, Dave calls and goes, "Hey Andy, I'm at the Ilikai. Why don't you come visit me?" And so I answered the phone. I recognize his number. I go, "Say, my man, what's happening, my brother?" And he thinks I'm messing around, right? And he goes, "Yeah, well, I'm at the, okay, I tell you what, man, I'll be jumping in my ride and I'll be there forthwith." And he's like, "Yeah, okay." And you could tell him, "What?" And I show up at this dressed completely as this black guy. And he looks at me and goes, "The hell's going on with you?" I said, "Oh, Dave, you don't know? I'm into the black thing now. We brothers." And he was looking at me like, "What?" It lasted for about 30 seconds. Then he said, "This is a bit." Yeah, I know. Oh, man. Full commitment. There we go. Okay. Let's see what I have here. Let me go to my I have notes, and I'm not afraid to use them. Okay. Oh, okay, we're going to take another commercial break here because we have to service these sponsors. Okay. So we'll be right back. I'll see you on the other side.
Hey kids, let's sing that song you like, the one about the sugar cane.
Okay.
C&H, everyone sing about C&H. It's the only pure cane sugar from Hawaii.
That's our sugar.
C&H.
Mommy used it to bake her cakes. She makes the greatest cookies, snacks, and candy.
They're dandy. Island kids all love that cane. It grows so clean and sweet. They eat it when it's freshly cut.
And man, that's quite a treat. Neat.
Blessed by sun, kissed by rain. C&H comes from the sugar cane. It's the only pure cane sugar from Hawaii.
In the bright pink package.
C&H, the pure cane sugar from Hawaii.
Whee!
Aloha, Andy. This is Aloha Mish.
Aloha, Andy. This is Michi Mama.
Aloha, Andy. This is Wild Willie, 1980.
Aloha, this is Pokole T.
And we're the Hamajang Gang, IRL, real life meetup on Oahu. And we all watch the Daily Pidgin Live.
Aloha, Andy.
I love that. Oh, there we go. By the way, welcome back. If you're just joining us, my name's Andy Bumatai, and you are watching the Daily Pidgin. Fancy graphic. There we go. Okay, this next clip takes us to the. I keep wanting to say Big Island, and I'm trying to train myself to say Hawaii Island. Let me start over. This next clip takes us to Hawaii Island and some spectacular footage taken by some that we don't normally clip from, but I'll leave his logo at the end and you can check him out because I think he's very much into this volcano thing. Okay, hold on. Here we go. Wow.
Episode 27 in the ongoing eruption at the summit of Kilauea drew large crowds to Hawaii Volcanoes National Park on Sunday. The event began that morning and lasted nearly 11 hours, with all activity confined to the summit caldera. Lava fountains reached heights of at least 1,100 feet or 340 meters, which were a little less than the fountains measured in the previous episode. The USGS Hawaii Volcano Observatory was able to restore some key equipment just before the episode got underway. This view is from a thermal camera that was just brought back online.
How cool is this?
Approximately 1.5 billion gallons of lava erupted during the episode. Scientists say this is equivalent to 7.7 million cubic yards, or almost 6 million cubic meters, enough to fill nearly 2,500 Olympic swimming pools. Flows covered 80% of the crater floor and continued to slowly move and glow even after the fountains stopped.
Wow.
The lava will cool and solidify over the coming days. Scientists say the eruptive plume from the episode reached at least 20,000 feet or 6,000 meters into the sky. The plume is different from the lava fountain that usually contains high levels of water vapor, carbon dioxide, and sulfur dioxide. During the episode, light and variable winds combine with thermal effects from the hot lava, causing the plume to move around within the crater. At times, it appeared to slowly churn like a tornado, with tephra and ash swirling around the caldera. The eruption is now paused. Inflation continues and seismic tremor has returned to slightly elevated levels. Scientists say more time and data are needed before a forecast window can be made for episode 28. For now, the USGS volcano alert level for Kilauea remains at watch.
Wow. Okay, I'm going to leave this up for a little bit. Go follow Big Island Video News. Okay, you got to search it out. I'm sorry I didn't grab a link, but I was doing things kind of just before the show started, and Big Island Video News. Okay, and did you notice? This is day 28 of this Big Island Video News posting these things. So, and I think they have a live camera, if I am not mistaken, which I often am. Okay. Oh, right. So now, let's say, here's a question. And every time I see these people, wow, what a beautiful volcano. Would you go there and watch that? I mean, after Mount St. Helen, would you be a little worried that, a giant explosion would ruin the footage on your iPhone? Oh, man. Oh, by the way, I just got a text from Nani. Happy birthday tomorrow to Thomas the Turtle. Thanks, for all your support here, all the raids, and of course, everything you do with Mad Statter, Thomas the Turtle. Happy birthday, Larat. Okay. So anyway, let's go to the big board and talk about, have you seen a volcano live? Would you go there? Are you worried that what might have flashbacks? Okay. Wait a minute. Hold on. I gotta see. Oh, there we go. Happy birthday, Thomas the Turtle. That's from JBCP, or as we call him, Brian. What a way to go. That word. Big kind worried. You'd be worried too. It's the first thing that comes to my mind. Kind of spooky to watch at night. Yeah. Knowing that one baseball sized drop of that lava would go through you like, I know. I couldn't think of an analogy. Mount St. Helen was pyroclastic flow. All the lava spouts up at once. Hawaii no need worry. The explosion not that big. The explosion not that. Oh man, I was stuck on pyroclastic. You know, I went public school. You post a kind pyroclastic, but I guess yeah. Well, it built up, and for whatever reason, bam. But you can't tell me that they're that buttoned up about it. Nah, possibly, maybe maybe I'm just a chicken. I'll watch the eruption via my screen. LOL. Ooh, holy lahano. Thomas the Turtle. There we go. Happy birthday in Hawaiian. Mahalo, Christopher. Ooh, mahalo, everybody. There we go. There, mahalo, everybody. And that's a lot of people. Some of them pyroclastic. Ooh. Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah. Did the lower right thing work? I think I have to be on this screen for it to work. Hold on, Nani. Nani wants to get fancy here with some stuff. Where is it? Okay. Here, try the lower right thing now. See if it works. No? I guess not, huh? Okay. She has control over certain graphics on the screen, like these two things here. That's not me. That's Nani. Oh, there we go. Look, birthday, Tamistas Turtle. You got him, man, Nani. Isn't this how cool is this? I'm in Hawaii. She's in California, in Sacramento, and she's doing this on this screen in real time. Spooky. I know. Okay. Volcano, I'm on vacation. No worries. Hot metal through snow. Thank you for an analogy I couldn't think of. Oh, I don't know anything about volcanoes, but I do know that Mother Nature is unpredictable. That'd freak me out enough. I'm in the same boat, Mariana. Thank you. Yeah, I wouldn't really want to be there to see it, let alone be the silly tourist who goes off the trail if they do that. Did you hear about the person who almost fell into the crater last week? It happens every year. Every year. I mean, it's like the people who see blowhole, and then they go down there. Hey, wouldn't it be cool if I crawled into the hole? Every year it happens. Well, the Darwin Award channel needs content. I know. Hey, Awen Kohuku, thank you to my genealogy science. Awen Kohuku on occasion, right? that's what I tell people. Awen Wayanai every once in a while. Yeah. Oh, David, bracelet in Las Vegas, if you remember. Oh, God, I remember. Okay, one more story with Dave. Are you sure? Okay, here. So, Dave and I, we would play Vegas, right? And we'd be there for a week playing one of the, big showrooms, right? So, and there were a number of comics, right? But, we were two of them and they'd rotate us. Anyway, one day, Dave catches me at the coffee shop. He goes, "Hey, I want to show you something," and he hands me this gold bracelet, and I go, "Wow, that's impressive." He goes, "Turn it over," and it says 24 karat. He goes, "I just bought this for I forget what he said, $50." What? He go, "Yeah, look at how hunky this thing is." I went, "Man, that's amazing." Wow, okay. So then me and my girlfriend, who is now my wife, right? We go, "Okay, man, I'll see you at the show." So we go to the mall. At the mall, there is a pile of those bracelets, right? And it says faux gold bracelets. And it was like $10 or something like that for one of them. So I went, "Oh man." So I bought 5 of them, right? And I taped them on the inside of my jacket, right? Now, every night people would take turns introducing each other. So when I got off stage and when I finished my act, I say, "Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Mr. Dave Tyree." And Dave is walking on and I'm walking off. And as I pass him, I open my jacket and go, "Say, brother, want to buy a bracelet?" And he sees the bracelet and he's like, "Well, enjoy your show." Oh, what fun. Oh, those were the days, Dave. Oh, man. I know. Whew, Hawaii's volcanoes eruption mellow. Pigeon podcast word of the day, pyroclastic. I know. Whoa, dude, that's freaky. You're very lucky. Oh, stupid people are everywhere. Yep, Wish I could remember the comic's name right off the bat. You can't fix stupid. Phew, 24 karat isn't good. Too soft. But guess what? Somebody had stamped it in there. It wasn't written on the 5 that I bought. Somebody took them down. I don't know. Daily Pigeon is a pyroclastic show. I think that's our new motto. No comment. Pretty cool. Okay. All right. Let's see if we can get back on track with the what was it, show clock that Nani spent so much time building. Okay, that was there. Okay, now on this one, um, warning. Okay, and here's what the warning is about. Oh no! God, I just clicked the wrong button. Okay, I know. Okay, in Hawaii, the police are planning to use drones to find people who are using illegal aerial fireworks, right? They're going to fly drones, drones. And by the way, people who like aerial fireworks, they refer to drones as targets. Okay? So let's watch.
4th of July is just a few days away, and now the state will start enforcing new fireworks laws in hopes of eliminating illegal explosives. Now, our Kristen Concilio joins us in studio with our top story. So, Kristen, what's the plan to get rid of illegals for good?
Le'ui, after the Aliamanu fireworks tragedy 6 months ago, Josh Green, the governor, has given more power to the Department of Law Enforcement to do sting operations and use drones to eradicate illegal fireworks, which have been part of Hawaii's culture and traditions for decades.
Popping fireworks is a deeply rooted tradition beloved by generations in Hawaii. But the state's hoping to change that with fines and criminal penalties, including jail time, to prevent another major disaster.
Cool looking shot.
It's not going to deter anybody. Like you said, it's tradition for a lot of families.
But the state's hoping to change that with fines and criminal penalties, including jail time, to prevent another major disaster.
We have to once and for all stop this for the safety of our children and the people we love.
Aliamanu neighbor Jack Ka'auwai Jr. witnessed the horrific explosion that killed 6 people and injured more than a dozen at a neighborhood party on New Year's Eve.
It's sad that it happened. It's tragic, but nobody's expecting it to happen. Yeah. So I mean, sometimes it happens, but I still think it's not going to stop. Because if you go to other neighborhoods, you can still hear the fireworks nowadays.
Governor Josh Green and state law enforcement have vowed to crack down on people not only popping, but bringing illegal fireworks into the islands. Because the generations-old tradition has become more dangerous over time.
It's just getting worse, where the different types of fireworks are being brought in now. When we were kids, we were smart on doing fireworks. We even had police patrolling the area, just to make sure nobody was doing crazy stuff. But I don't know if it's going to work or not. I mean, the crackdown, that's just going to get people probably more mad and maybe doing things even more illegally.
The Department of Law Enforcement has assigned 6 full-time investigators specializing in organized crime and covert operations. They'll be issuing citations and using drones to catch perpetrators. And those who cause serious injury or death could face prison.
It's a huge game changer for us, predominantly, especially in our residential neighborhoods where the roads are narrow. They can see us coming a mile away. They know even undercover cars that don't belong on the street, they'll stop popping. But the drones actually give us a huge advantage in trying to catch people that are lighting it up. And if you're lighting it up and we see more stuff within your car or garage, then expect to get blasted with the felony.
Because the
I'm surprised they didn't do one of those government rhymes, light it up and you going down, click it or tick it, you know what I'm saying?
Consequences otherwise are dire. Nelson Benigno lost 4 immediate family members in the tragedy and knows that all too well.
It goes year every year and year every year. And like I said, this is a big tragedy, Like 6 lives that taken away on that illegal fireworks. Our life has been changed a lot, like big change. Like our life not the same anymore.
Kristen Concilio, Island News.
Oh, man. And look here, David says, let me go to the big board so we can spockanize his avatar and surprise, he's on a golf course. Okay. Way to go. I'm proud of you. And reminiscing was great. Tell Sherry I said hi. And sorry I broke my teeth and couldn't come over. Love you and miss our time making them laugh. Yeah, that was it, David. That's what it was. Yeah, you had a dental problem, and a bridge cracked on the middle or something. He was grinding his teeth in our traffic, and I think it had an ill effect. Oh, I'm sorry about that. And Mad Statter, celebrating 4 years of her show, as long as fireworks don't make it into the islands, they will be setting them off on July 4th and Chinese New Year's. Yeah, I know. You know, the worst part is, they're already illegal, and now they're trying to, we're going to find the people and find them for doing illegal things. I know. Who kava sellers smuggled cocaine for years until the FBI caught them. Fireworks are a joke compared to drugs. Exactly. Well, you know what it is, the 4 people that were killed in Aliamanu. What is it? 2 years ago, year and a half. I know. Choo. Yeah, there we go, Kelly. Getting rid of fireworks in Hawaii. Yeah, right. Oh man. Okay. Oh, let's see. Was that our last one? I can't remember. I'm gonna try to fire up my notes here so I can see. Oh, where were we? News. Oh no, we have the one about the Gulf left, right? Lots of chat. Read comments. Oh, okay. Hey, the Eskimos still hunt whales even though it's illegal. It's not. It's their tradition, not going to stop. Certain, by the way, Kenny, certain tribes can hunt them legally. I know because Augie and I were doing a show in Alaska, and they had foods there that only this one tribe could hunt, and some of it was it is it called muktuk, the whale blubber, and it comes from something. And I said, wow, well, where'd you get this? And he go, oh, only us. And they love the fact that I'm not scared, grind that bugger. They go, you sure you want to try this? Yeah, I'm eating, going, hey, this ain't bad, bro. And they're going, really? And when you like someone's food, they really appreciate it. Even, okay, let's say, Eskimos still hunt whales, even though it's I think we mentioned that one. And Brian on LinkedIn, he's one of the few people that go there because he likes the way the video looks. Aloha, best video of the Daily Pigeon. Yeah, there he goes, mention it again. How many killed by meth lab explosions? I know. Well, and it's not so much the guys that are cooking it and, they get hurt. Nobody, loses any sleep over that. It's that sometimes they blow up the houses next to them. I got nailed by a commercial. What? Oh, yes, I heard that. Yeah, about the whales and them. Uh, the the Makaha tribe in Washington was legal right to hunt whale. Makaha tribe? Really? Oh, wow. Is that for real? That's where I grew up, Makaha. Yeah. Okay. Aliamanu tragedy was 7 months. It was only 7 months ago. Oh man. Well, I stand corrected. Thank you, Hawaii Elite. I didn't know that. The Maka. Is it Maka, not Makaha? Maybe because you're so used to typing Hawaiian, I know. Quick story about that, and then we'll do it. Native traditions are legal in the U.S., not allowed to stop natives from reacting to tradition. Why? They say cockfights at the Hawaiian tradition. Some things count, some don't. Yeah, but cockfighting wasn't a traditional Hawaiian thing. I think it was introduced by Filipinos, wasn't it? Yeah, there we go. Yes, Maka tribe. My fingers went to Hawaiian on me. Yeah, I know. That's what I figured. Maka. Okay, one more story, and then we'll play this thing about the golf story. But when I was in a movie called Man Called Sarge, I was auditioning for the part of an Indian. I mean, a Native American or tribal member of whatever they call each other now. But anyway, and when I got there, I figured, I could pass, right? And I get there, and it turns out they had people talking about their tribes and the area they're from. It was very official because they didn't want people who weren't Indians playing Indians. They had enough of that. And I got there, and everybody's being asked, tribe, whatever, Cherokee, tribe Oneida, tribe whatever, Maka, So they get to me and they go, tribe, and I went, Makaha. And he goes, okay. Guess what? I got the part. I know afterwards they found out I wasn't native, right? And they came to Israel where we were shooting. I'm serious. And confronted me and said, what are you doing? You lied to us. And I said, no, I said, I'm from Makaha. That's where I grew up. And where is that? I said, it's in Hawaii. You Hawaiian? And yeah. And they went, okay, that counts. I know. Cool. Ooh. Yeah, I learned Andy can play any ethnicity. And it's what I did to make a living when I was in Hollywood. I was this ethnic chameleon. Okay. Okay, now we're going to do our last story. And this is about a golf store in downtown Honolulu, right? That a lot of people care about. Now, I know it's a stretch to imagine business people being interested in golf. But believe me, it's true. Here, watch this video. Okay, that's not the one, right? I'm going to try again. Let's rewind. Interested in golf. But it happens. Here's the video.
A longtime staple in downtown Honolulu is going away for good in a matter of months. And it's a place that will leave many golfers searching for a new place to buy, sell, or gear up. Howard Deshefsky reports.
I tell you, the golf is a crazy game.
A walk through Roots and Relics on Merchant Street can be like taking a step back in time.
There's a history of golf clubs over here, man. You can see stuff, Tiger Woods kind of clubs, all the. That's the thing I'm going to miss the most. All the guys who have go to the Hawaiian Open and the Sony and stuff.
Thank you. You know what? What I noticed just then, he's doing this interview, he's talking about stuff, he looks over, he noticed one club was kind of misaligned, and just instinctively, he straightened it. And I went, that's a business owner. I was really impressed by that.
Now, after nearly 35 years in business, selling golf gear, both new and used, owner Keith Tanaka is ready to take his final swing and head for the 19th hole.
It's what I plan on not doing. Don't have to get up early, don't have to worry about this and paying the rent.
He says with the lease coming up soon, the time is right for him to move on. Customers say for them, it's a change that'll impact their routine.
You never know what you're going to find, right? It's always good, always changing inventory, so you never know. It's going to be a surprise, yeah. So that's why it's good fun.
It's the customers that matter most to Tanaka. When he's not greeting them inside, he's standing guard outside.
Seeing all my old friends walk by, over here is like, you see everybody, so kind of enjoy it. That's the thing I'm going to miss the most.
And inside running the show is manager Claudia.
She's the boss. I don't know what he's doing outside. He's talking to other people outside, so, but no, she's very helpful.
We meet so many different guys from all over the place, all over the world too, actually. A lot of people from all over the world come here too. Europe, Japan, Australia. Amazing how they hear about this small little place. Thanks for all the business and support all these years. We're going to miss you guys.
So as Tanaka prepares to say aloha at the end of September, he's taking his own walk down memory lane.
That's the thing I like the most. A lot of beginners came in here and started golfing, started playing. It's been a journey, so it's an enjoyable journey.
Howard Deshefsky, KHON2 News, working for Hawaii.
Darlene, I don't think anyone is taking over. I think he's going to just close up and not, that won't be a golf store anymore after 35 years. I know. Ooh. She has golfer's wrist. You saw that brace she had on, right? Which means when she's not in that store, she's whacking the pimple ball. Yeah, I know. Such knowledge. There we go. Oh, I know. Okay, guys, that's it. Let's take a little vote. We can say goodnight if you guys have a life and you'd like to lead it, or we can play one more video. We have a music. I have a music video, queued up. It takes us to Kauai, and it's kind of an up-tempo thing. We can go out with it, or we could have another word from a sponsor that we forgot to mention. Yeah, let's do that. It's 30 seconds long, I think.
Hello, I'm Lex Brody. Every so often the tire customer says, I've tried 3 times to get into your place, but it's always full. If I don't get a tire very soon, I'll have trouble. When can you help me? If it happens to be an emergency, we make it a point to give the customer immediate service and then explain the benefits of making a telephone appointment. Actually, a telephone appointment's a real time saver to our customers, and it helps us too. With a work schedule, we get a lot more done. The next time you have a tire problem, why not first phone me and we'll discuss your tire needs. Then we will set a time that is mutually convenient and perform the work for you. It's better that way. Please remember me. I'm Lex Brody, and you'll find me at 701 Queen Street. Thank you very much.
Amazing. A telephone call to make an appointment. Don't just show up at Lex Brody's. Use your telephone. And remember to dial it like this. Okay, none of this push button stuff. That's Lex Brody. Thank you very much. I know. I love Lex and Sandy. Yes, Sandy Brody is his son. I went there for tires one time in that store. That was his original store. And in the waiting room where you hung out, there was a picture of him, his son, and his grandson all riding on the same wave. How cool is that? I know, Lex Brody. Okay, let's play a music video, and this one takes us to Kauai, but I was trying to think of... let's play a drop first.
Hi there. How's it? Poppy Cheney here. When I'm done with flying and I have both feet on the ground, I watch the Daily Pigeon live. Aloha.
Here's your story, let's begin. The water's fine, come on, dive in. The future's here, it's right before your eyes. Step by step, you're on your way. You're welcome to a brighter day. Don't you know it feels good to be alive? You could be larger than life, bigger than the world, living out the hopes and dreams of every boy and every girl. You could fly higher than the sky, shine brighter than the stars. You could have all you ever wanted, shoot the moon and reach for Mars. You know you could. Yeah, and times are changing everywhere. Do we dream and do we dare? It's up to you, the door is open wide. Feel the rhythm of today, learn the part and join the play. The world is here, let's take it for a ride. You could be larger than life, bigger than the world, living out the hopes and dreams of every boy and every girl. You could fly higher than the sky, shine brighter than the stars. You could have all you ever wanted, shoot the moon and reach for Mars. You know you could. Larger, larger than, bigger, bigger than, living hopes and dreams. Every boy and girl, higher, higher than, brighter, brighter than, all you wanted and you know. You could be larger than life, than the world, living out the hopes and dreams of every boy and every girl. You can fly higher than the sky, shine brighter than the stars. You can have all you ever wanted. You know you could.
Ooh, there we go, gang. Mahalo for joining us. And we'd like to remind you that we will be doing a show on Friday, okay? And I know it'll be 4th of July, or is that right? Yeah, but, and you may hear, you know, firecrackers popping, and my dog may be in my lap because that's generally my job when we have firecrackers everywhere. But thanks, and a special mahalo nui loa to all our moderators. We have Rick S, Devin, Shakalaka's not here, but C Honda, and of course Nani Aloha, also an associate producer, and keeps the bowling ball on the alley via these chats that you see me glancing over and reading once in a while. So thanks, and Nani. Okay. And Brother Sam Malamapono Ko'ukino. Yeah, thanks, Ad. Ooh, there we go. Brother dropping a Hawaiian on us. No way. Okay, well, I guess it's time to get ready for work. We'll see you at Nalu's. If you can see Kenny Roberts at Nalu's, if you happen to be on Maui, you will not regret it, right? And if you mention the Daily Pigeon live at Nalu's show, you get 4% off the tax. Okay, that's not off the whole price, just of the tax. So you have to do your own math. Okay. Well, see you Friday. Thanks, Andy, Nani, Mods, everybody. And here we go. Agon hit the button. And what noise do I make when I hit the button, Devin? That's correct. Here we go.